Have you ever felt like you are watching your own life from behind a sheet of glass? You can see everything clearly. You can describe exactly what is happening. If a friend asks how you are, you might give them a perfect, logical explanation. You might say, "I'm feeling anxious today because of a deadline, which triggers my fear of failure stemming from my childhood expectations." You have the words, you have the analysis, you might even go to therapy and talk for an hour with perfect clarity. But if you are honest with yourself, you aren't actually feeling any of it. It's like you are a reporter, standing on the edge of a storm, describing the wind and the rain, but your skin is completely dry. You know you should be sad or angry or joyful, but instead you just feel numb, distant, like a floating head disconnected from a body. You have become an expert at understanding your emotions so that you never have to actually experience them. In psychology, this is called intellectualization. It is a brilliant, sophisticated defense mechanism. It happens when we use logic, reasoning, and analysis to distance ourselves from the messy, painful reality of our internal world. We treat our minds like a classroom or a laboratory. We think that if we can just find the cause of the pain, if we can just label it, categorize it, and explain it, then the pain will go away. We think understanding is the same thing as healing, but there is a vast difference between looking at a map of a forest and actually walking through the trees. You have spent years studying the map, but you haven't stepped into the woods. Why do we do this? Why do we retreat into our heads? Usually it's because at some point in your life, feeling was dangerous. Maybe you grew up in a chaotic home where emotions were volatile and overwhelming. Maybe you were a sensitive child who was told you were too much or too dramatic. Or maybe you were simply left alone with feelings that were too big for a small child to carry. In those moments, your brain made a choice to survive. It learned that the body was an unsafe place. The body is where the chest tightens, where the stomach turns, where the tears come. That was too scary. So you escaped upstairs. You moved into your mind. In your mind, you could control things. Logic is tidy. Logic has rules. If you could just figure out why mom was angry or analyze why you felt lonely, you felt a sense of control. You traded aliveness for safety. The tricky part about intellectualization, and the reason it is so hard to stop, is that it feels like you are doing the work. You are reading the self-help books. You are watching videos like this one. You are journaling. You are constantly thinking about your own psychology. It feels like progress, but often this is just another form of avoidance. It is what we call productive procrastination. You are studying the architecture of your prison instead of walking out the door. You might find yourself in a loop where you analyze a feeling. You say, "I am sad," but the moment the sadness actually tries to rise up in your throat, your brain jumps in. It says, "Wait, is this sadness justified? Is it productive? Where does it come from?" And just like that, the feeling is gone, snuffed out by a thought. The tragedy is that you end up living a life that is curated rather than felt. You understand love, but you don't let it break you open. You understand grief, but you don't let it bring you to your knees. You are safe, yes, but you are also starving. So how do we break this cycle? How do we come back down from the attic of the mind and inhabit the house of the body? The first step is to stop asking why and start asking where. When a difficult moment hits, your instinct will be to ask, "Why am I feeling this? Is it because of X or Y?" Gently catch yourself. Pause that thought. And instead ask, where is this feeling in my body right now? Is it a heat in your chest? A tightness in your jaw? A heaviness in your stomach? Don't try to fix it. Don't try to explain it. Just notice it. Just be with the physical sensation for 10 seconds. This is terrifying at first. It feels like taking your hands off the steering wheel of a moving car. You are terrified that if you let yourself feel the sadness without analyzing it, it will swallow you whole. You are afraid that if you start crying, you will never stop. But emotions are like waves. They have a beginning, a middle, and an end. When we analyze them, we freeze the wave in midair. We keep it stuck there forever. But when we feel them, when we simply let the wave crash, it washes over us and then it recedes. It is time to stop treating yourself like a problem to be solved. You are not a broken engine. You are not a riddle waiting for an answer. You are a human being, and human beings are designed to feel. It is okay to be messy. It is okay to feel things that don't make sense. It is okay to be sad without a good reason. The safety you built in your mind served its purpose. It protected you when you needed it. Thank your brilliant mind for saving you. But tell it that you are safe now. Tell it that you are strong enough to handle the waves, because the goal of life is not to understand yourself perfectly. The goal of life is to be here, to be real, to be whole. You have spent enough time watching your life from behind the glass. It is time to break it. It is time to come home to yourself.